Yeah, man, when you get that shine, man, that changed the whole personality, how you feel about a woman. Because shine is shine. Shine is like the sun shining on you, man.
Welcome to another hour with Rod. I'm your host, Rod, and this is our Valentine's Day episode where I sit down with Reece and we kind of get into relationships and doing things for the other. And he also offers some tips on if you are a lonely man, how you can acquire you some female companionship. So listen for that. The Facebook page is up. So we appreciate everybody liking it and everything and downloading and checking it out. We hope to get more and more interesting people to be a part of the podcast. If you'd like to be a part of the podcast or have an interesting idea for a show and are in the Indianapolis area, you can email anotherhourpodcast at gmail.com. And before we get into the episode, I there's these terms that some people use, somebody might say, everything's controlled by corporations, the media is responsible, blah, blah, blah. And anytime I see a specific example of something like that in action, it's always nice to kind of highlight that to because at other times when I'm arguing and I say no, parts of the media, they create stuff, they don't just report, blah, blah, blah. I can't always think of examples, but one that I just saw by a reputable news outlet. I really like this company, but it was referring to there are these memes going around of Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton, and it's a picture of both of them, and then there's a topic. It'll say techno music, and it'll give like a really eloquent quote from Bernie Sanders and like a kind of a really dumb pandering kind of response by Hillary Clinton, and it's sort of based on what their answer to what the topic of the meme is, and this news outlet posted this article saying asking a question saying new Bernie Sanders Clinton meme, harmless fun, or sexism, something along those lines. I mean, I can't remember the exact quote, but that's pretty much the gist of it, and it's sort of go, well, that's an example right there of you creating something that doesn't exist. You create this dialogue of a sexist culture or like a rape culture or whatever you want to do to sensationalize and get clicks. Nobody said that. The meme has nothing to do with gender. Some things, aren't about gender, and some things aren't about color. They're about, it's simple, it sounds dumb, but it's about the character, it's about the person, it's about what people think of Hillary Clinton as a person, not as a woman. She can handle herself just fine as a woman. There's no problem there. It's the fact that she's a fucking shill, Jeez. Anyway, like I said, I think you have to be sociopathic at the beginning to even get to the level of any of these guys, which automatically cancels out anybody that is currently running as somebody that I would want to be president. I mean, if we think about we're at the highest we've been technologically in this country. Sure, we're not really producing like we should, due to other, kind of factors beyond our control in the corporate structure. It's interesting that we're supposedly the smartest we've ever been and the most technologically advanced we've ever been, ever, in the history of humans, in the best country supposedly ever in the history of humans, and this is our list. I mean, even if you like one of these candidates, seriously think about that. This is the best. This is it. That's the list. That's the best we get to choose from. Those people. It's a sad state of affairs, and nothing new nor nothing old, because the living, breathing the living, breathing organism that is the capitalist monster will continue no matter who's resting inside of its belly and who's resting inside of its brain. It will continue. And on that note, we're going to talk about love with Reece. Here it is on episode number 6. This is Valentine's Day Talk with Reece.
I can say this here for the listeners out here that do celebrate Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you guys. But I want to say this, though. I have had a couple of Valentines with some girlfriends in the past. I come home and I done had a chick give me some flowers. Okay, that was sweet. I done had some candy, always candy. But I think the ones who basically, let me get a square, man. The ones who basically just take care of your pleasure on that day. That's the best one. The one that gives you the great, thunder, the shine, as we call it up here in Naptown. The shine to give you the great shine.
Oh, throwback.
Yeah, you get the throwback. The Boston Sox, Red Sox.
No, you told us about the shine in the first episode. That was
man. You get that shine, man. That changed the whole personality, how you feel about a woman. Because shine is shine. Shine is like the sun shining on you, man. That's what you be feeling like.
Right.
But now,
you're getting it shined.
Yeah.
At the same time.
It's the point that when you realize that, see, black people, I feel like my people, because I can say that. When you really think deep beyond yourselves and your generations and your family, and you go back to the beginning, because everything has an origin. So you have to go back to the origin, because the origin is what you know. The origin is who you are. Okay, so my whole thing is this right here. This is the point. Because whether it's on radio or not, it's meant to come out. Because I can lose this and forget about everything I'm saying. Because it's the distractions that's keeping me, that I got to get this out. It's just that when you realize you was snatching your primitive, you was already in primitive thought, so you was just snatched. You was poor, you was desecrated, you was poor from your tribe. Okay, this is what I know. This is the truth. When you was poor from your tribe, then you was put on boats. Okay, some of the motherfuckers was so stubborn, they died and jumped off into the sea. Some of them got killed and then tossed over. But then at the same time, we seen the horror of us being snatched, put on water, brought across into another land. Now laid us in the bottom of the boat with sometime that water came up. So some of them that was buried at the bottom, that was on their back, chained down, drowned. So all they would do to just recoup was climb on down, take us, throw us over in the river, feed. This is how we came the fuck over here, people. Now, the greatest and the coldest thing they did, this is the reason why I think us as a people have a long way to go, because I don't think a lot of us probably even realize how deep this started from. When they took us, when they got us over here, they had put us on auctions where, they cleaned us up and put us in little stock barns and shit. But they put us on the market like meat, and they took the mother over here, they took the father over here, they took the daughter and the boy, the brother over here, and they sent them all away. So you are stripped from your whole bloodline. So now you have to go out into this world that you are new from, that you are already enslaved to, and you have to deal with the pressures of what they do to you and suck that up and still make babies. And then them babies grow up. What we were just talking about, Rod, how we transfer the fear.
Oh yeah.
Okay. We transfer.
genetically.
We genetically transferred the fear. So what we dealing with? Reason why we weak as a people, because mentally our origin was stripped. Okay? We didn't have a fucking chance to begin with. Now guess what? Since I know it, right, what can I do about it? All I can do is tell the ones out here that don't know.
Right.
If it'll open your eyes, if it'll touch you. The whole thing was, because this is Black History Month, people.
Right, and happy Valentine's Day. If this comes out on Valentine's Day, I might try to get it out before then. But yeah.
And Black History Month, first and foremost, this is February, so we want to say first and foremost to all the fallen brothers and the slain brothers and sisters and the children and all the leaders that died before their time, that never got the chance to move the crowd or motivate the crowd or talk to the masses, because enlighten each other is probably the best thing as us, anyone, man, woman, child, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, any nationality, Russian, no matter who you are, tribe, Bushmen, whatever you are, all to all living things is just that we are of the creation of the Creator. So let's give praise and honor to that. First and foremost, when we wake up, we should think that. Then number 2, let's think of what we can do today to make the day better, to make the world better. I mean, if we all got up with that thought in mind, just with that thought alone, how beautiful could the world be? I'm talking about everybody. The genetic, the transformation of passing things down through people. You can pass evil off to people. You can pass bad intentions off to people. You can ignore people. You can overlook people. So all I'm saying is, just for today, who's all listening out there, just take a grasp, you know what I'm saying? When you wake up, just breathe, man. I don't do it every day, but I acknowledge it. It's in my mind. Because sometimes I get up off of whatever I've been on and I go on, but then I think about it. That's what I'm saying. It's always in the beginning for us is waking up. That's our start. So how we start the day, pretty much how the night could go anyway. But how you start is very powerful. Now, all I want to just say is to everybody, once again, acknowledgement, pay attention, each one teach one. Stop, look, and listen. And pay attention. And happy Black February for all the black soldiers and brothers and everybody that passed, all the leaders, everyone who tried to promote peace and unity. God bless you all, the fallen, all the ones through the message, the rappers, the ones who sends the message, the R&B singers, everybody. Congratulations, this is a month. We should celebrate every day this way though, but this is 1 month that they gave us, so let's give honor to that. And Valentine's Day weekend, what's up with you, Rod? Another hour with Rod, what's happening?
Welcome to another hour with Rod. I'm here with Reece. We are talking Black History and Valentine's Day, and especially where those two subjects meet are all the black women that Thomas Jefferson courted and mated. We were just speaking with that. What? You good?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
All right. So we're here once again. We appreciate everybody for listening and liking and stuff. It's really cool to see everything going down. And everybody seems to be enjoying it. Reece, we're here again. So you are the one who is in a relationship. So why don't you tell me kind of what you've got going on for Valentine's Day? And we'll start from there.
Well, man, really shit. Because honestly, I don't celebrate holidays like that, man. I mean, because I believe my own personal opinion. Every day is a holiday. Is how you treat it. Okay, these holidays, first of all, are paganistic. It's set, they set forth these days for certain days, like the Saint Valentine, Love Bunny who shoots the arrow. You look it up, the history of that. So now they make this month. They set apart months for us to celebrate. So all I can really say is what I try to do any day, like every day, pretty much the same. I usually cook a good meal. You know what I'm saying? Some good sex. Hey, probably eat some cake or something. That's it. That's it. But I don't really celebrate holidays.
You gotta do it a little extra, right? I mean,
right,
but it's a little extra.
It's a traditional thing that everybody's taught to do. But I don't make one day a Valentine's Day to go buy candy. I go buy my girl candy every day. If I want love, I make love every day.
No.
I'm just saying, this is, you asked me. So the holidays, to me, I don't get into that. Like, even when I was young, we used to pass off the candy on Valentine's Day, because like I said, to me, it's a traditional thing. But once
pass off the candy, what do you mean pass off?
Like when you in class with your classmates.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You pass. You're
supposed to have one. Did you?
And then you had a secret admirer and shit.
Right. Did you give them one to every kid? You had to get one for every kid, or did you? Were you able to just do the ones you like? Because I think now that my son, he has to give, like, everybody's got to get one, so nobody feels left out.
Right. But go ahead, I'm listening.
No, you're not. You're texting.
Man, how you gonna stop the radio show? It don't got nothing to do with me talking, man. I'm talking. Hey, look, here's what it is. I'm gonna go back to this, y'all. Y'all forgive me out there. I got other business outside of this that I'm trying to handle. At the same time, though, I can handle two things at once. I'm pretty multiple dexterous, whatever the fuck y'all want to call it. But I can do it. But anyway. After Rod just put me on Front Street to all the podcasters out there.
I do it to.
I was texting a friend of mine that answered me a question,
right.
And I'm trying to talk to you guys, but I can do both at the same time.
Well, it's just because I can hear well, I can't really hear it right now, but before I could hear the beeping and the clicking of the. Right. Which is fine. I just have to. I want to reference it.
Well, I'll make sure and put it on silence.
No, you're fine.
But look, here's what I want to say though. Look, can we have a short break real quick?
Oh yeah, let me give you my summary Valentine's Day. It's really just it's just a way for the government to be bureaucratical and see, now I'm getting a phone call. All right, we're gonna take a break and commercialize and for you to say, for them to tell you, hey, don't forget. You love the person that you're with. Buy them stuff. Keep the economy going. Welcome back to another hour with Rod. The music you heard there at the break, it's by a group that I happen to be friends with. The project is called Dead Natives, and you can check it out on SoundCloud.com. I'll have the link in the comments section of this episode. Definitely check it out. That's one of the reasons why we're playing. If you notice that the break songs were a little bit longer, that's a good friend of mine. He makes good stuff, and I like to hear it. So you'll hear that. That's what you heard on the intro, and then on the outro you'll hear him as well. So that's Dead Natives. I think he's in Michigan now. He's a Purdue graduate, and we're all proud of him. But check out his music at SoundCloud.com.
Sounds pretty good.
Yep. And
I'm digging.
So we're talking about relationships. Okay, so we've already gotten into Valentine's Day and all that. Sort of being like the government telling you to don't forget to love your girl and spend some money.
Yeah.
And but you kind of go in the attitude that you try and do it all the time, right? Well, you try to show her at any given time, whenever the opportunity for you or the inspiration, because that was always my thing was I liked surprises, inspiring, getting inspiration to do something. Like I don't know whenever I'm gonna have, the idea to, do the rose petal, through the hall with baking a cake or whatever, or like, I think one time I had what I did is I had to work nights since the girl was gonna be alone. I made like a fake me, like a basketball head, and put like put a put a dildo for my whatever, and put it under the covers and left a note that says, this is the best I can do to replace me while I'm gone, whatever,
right.
So it was whenever I had the idea to do something special, and I try to do it as frequently as possible.
Oh,
but
definitely.
Man, it's been so long since I was in a relationship that I can't even tell you. What's nice, I like either like two modes. One is either like the like when I don't have a girlfriend or whatever, there's always one I'm thinking about,
Always.
One, like the carrot that's like dangling out in front of you, the one you and for whatever reason, if that becomes an impossibility with her, it's just kind of slump over about it for a day or two, and then find another one, and then be like, oh, that's a possibility, and then you think about her for a while.
Well,
that's kind of how I go. And then when I get in a relationship, I like the idea of having two things, like one, being able to be myself, like not having to change, like at this point, like I shouldn't be picky, but you can either go like as you get older, be like, I'm not picky, I'll fuck anything, or you can be like, no, I know what makes me happy, and I know that somebody out there can deal with my existence without me having to change a whole bunch of shit. They should like me for me. It's like friendship, I was listening to somebody talk about that the other day, Yeah. I don't have to change to be a friend. Why do I shouldn't have to change to be in a relationship? So that's kind of what the ideal thing for me. And then like the other thing is like when you're in a relationship, I like to think about it like when we're in bed or whatever, that I'm not trying to get me off. I'm trying to get you off, and you're trying to get me off.
Well,
so it's thinking about it on those terms, even outside of the bed, like you should be thinking about me, and I should be thinking about you.
Well, can I say this?
Yeah, there you go.
Can I say this, Rod, to you?
Sure.
I think honestly,
you gotta sit up.
Honestly, I think you're thinking too damn much, brother. I've been in relationships pretty much like. I probably just say I'm 44, right? You
right.
40?
No, 35.
Okay, my bad.
35.
35. Yeah, you just had a birthday. Look, I put 5 on them real quick, didn't I, y'all?
Right.
Now, anyway, man, me personally, man, I've been in relationships probably, let's put 9 years on you, so I've probably been in it more than you have. And I've been married twice, and I've been pretty much all my life. It's been fortunate for me now. I've always had a woman. I've never been alone. Look, the only time I was alone was when I got out of the penitentiary. For the first 3 years of my life, I was by myself. And when I choose the woman, it's because I stopped doing all my running. I decided to just stick with one. And it's been a journey ever since with them. But that's probably like 10 females ago. And that was what? 2007, man. I'm telling you, that's how many. But I've always had one that,
right.
Because I've been blessed and fortunate enough to have enough finances to have a fucking roof over my head. Or the female I was with, she had a roof. But pretty much when I got out of penitentiary, I always had my own shit. And that's a big factor in relationships, because having your own takes the stress away of where we gonna stay tonight. We gotta go stay. You have your own shit. That's the comfort for any person to live, to have your own. So
yeah,
off the
it's
top,
definitely to hook up with a chick that's not
you
homeless.
but going into the relationship thing, I mean, that's part of it. That's the first beginning of it. So you gotta have foundation in a relationship. So.
Well, that's the first question I ask: is it do you have a roof over your head, or are you?
But yeah, I'm talking about.
Tonight?
But I'm talking about in the perimeter of thinking. Now it's too much because it is when you in it, you in it. It ain't a whole lot to think about, because look, either the chick is down with you, and she's not gonna give you a hard time as much, or if she ain't down with you, you gonna catch hell, and it's up to you if you gonna be in that type of shit and deal with it. So with me, I have kind of like a no nonsense tolerance to a degree.
Zero
when
tolerance
it comes,
policy.
nah, I didn't say zero. I have no nonsense to a degree of tolerance that I have. But at the same time, when they test my gangster, which is when they find them little things to do to push your buttons, I let them see the real me. And I don't think bad about it, because guess what? If we living together and we in a relationship, first and foremost, respect is the number one thing in relationships. See, a lot of people think, I'm not going to say a lot of people, I'm just going to say some people tend to think that when they're in relationships, it's just that, okay, we get together, I give you some sex, now you my girlfriend and I'm your boyfriend. First of all, we man and woman. So the girlfriend and boyfriend shit left in high school. So, I'm your man and you my woman. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now let's get that understood. Now with that comes responsibility, because now if that's who you really down with, who you screwing, because really relationship is being down with who you screwing with. Because if you screwing this one and screwing that one, you're not in a relationship. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you really with them every day and screwing them, and then you might be screwing somebody every now and then, well, you're in a relationship. So let me tell you all that. So first of all, you got to have respect. Now, if not, you're going to have a lot of misfortunes and bad things that happen to you, because guess what? The respect you give is respect you get back. Communication comes with respect, because if you can communicate, you ain't going to have problems, because respect is going to be, hey, I'm doing this. I know I'm wrong, but I'm telling you as a woman or a man that I'm seeing someone, but it's not that deep, but I want you to know. Okay.
So you tell them about your
honesty,
indiscretions.
If you're in a relationship, here's the difference of being a real man and a real woman, because that's what real people do. Because here's what happens with that. When you keep shit from people, then you're deceiving them, and then guess what happens? When it all blows up, usually when it does, the other outside person bumps heads, and it's not good. When you're a woman, especially in between that shit, or even a man in these days and times, because women kill each other too over that type of shit. It happens every day, everybody out here. So let's have respect. Now, once you get into them things,
1 second, make sure everything's good. Okay.
It requires you to have that form, because that's your foundation now. Now you can work off that. Then you see finances, because everything comes after that, because the whole saying is, romance without finance is a what? A damn nuisance. So once you build those two foundations, respect and communication, therefore you can move forward. But now if you just have you my boyfriend and girlfriend, y'all gonna go to boyfriend and girlfriend shit. So we have to grow up as a people. When we in relationships, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So now, look, I deal with women like that all my life. So that cuts all the bullshit for me. So the ones who just want to fuck, they going to come around just for that. When I tell them like that, you see what I'm saying? Right. But the ones that's down, they going to try to show approval. But then it takes a while. Because now you with me, and then guess what? Here come my misfortune, because sometimes I might have to take a loss, and now I moved in with you. But you live with me for about a year, and now I'm hitting kind of bad, so I move in with you. Now sometimes that changes roles, and so you have to play your position in a relationship, and you have to understand that. Let that person know, hey, this is what I am to you, and this is what you are to me. So let's work on that, But we all get misguided, because a lot of people tend to think, oh, when I put this in you, you mine, and that's it. You do what I say, and you better not be talking. Nah, man, we got to grow up, y'all. But Valentine's Day, going back to that, I got candy, some Valentines from females, but wasn't nothing like New Year's. Boy, I brought New Year's in like a G.
Yeah, is that your
yeah, but the Valentine's thing always been with somebody. You always gonna be with somebody special. Yeah. So I'm with my significant minds on this weekend, and we really had our little Valentine's Day, probably a couple days ago, because we was like not even fucking with each other for about a month. So we kind of came across the little paths and start communication lines is wide open, because motherfuckers, she trying to feel me out, see what I'm up to, and I'm trying to feel this bitch out, because I'm like, hey, I don't give a fuck. If you don't want to fuck with me, I'm fine, because I'm here, nigga. My shit is good. You feel me? Like your shit good, my shit good too. I think my shit's greater. Cause I know what I got, you feel me? And I know what I make a woman do. So it's nothing to brag about. I'm just saying, y'all, when you put your shit down, man, it's not even cockiness, it's confidence. Cause you know what you're capable of doing. So any woman gonna feel blessed to get what you giving them if you know what you're doing, what you got. But Valentine's Day is supposed to be heart to heart. So whoever y'all with, enjoy them, do what y'all do. That's the best I can tell y'all.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I don't I don't know. It's just gonna be another day, you know. It's another day until you are with somebody and they actually care about that, right? You know.
Right.
Us guys, we just keep doing what we're doing. You all right?
Yeah, I'm cool.
He's gonna take a break and blow his nose real quick, so. I can't say I have any exciting Valentine stories, really, to be honest with you, man. Mm-hmm. There's nothing I can think about that harkens back to a time when all was well in my love life.
Right. I mean,
but, you know,
it might be time for you to stir up the fire in you, man. I mean, you might need to let every now and then, every man has to let the juice out, man. I mean, here's what happened. A guy told me, man, he said, man, you can't let that shit sit up in you, man. That shit turn to cancer.
Well, who says I'm letting it stay inside?
Well, I mean, true. I mean, we're going to handle your business. What I'm saying, though. Right, all you need to do is find you a lady that likes to come over and wash the dishes, clean the house for you, pay her a little few bucks, you know, and then maybe some great pleasure afterwards. It's some women that can accommodate that type of once a week thing. I mean, look, because getting into a relationship, man, I just told you what this shit's about.
Nah, I don't want to be.
And if you don't want to be tied up right now.
No, definitely
you
not.
might need that type of thing. Because look, that keeps you alive.
Well, unless I can keep doing exactly what I'm doing, you know.
I mean, whatever you content with, but I'm just saying.
I'm not about to change my life for a woman. No, definitely not this stage anymore.
Right. I mean, if that's how you feel, because you know what, maybe you know what. Here's what it is too. It's your tolerance of women, how much you can take. Like, see, like my tolerance level. Like I already told my old lady. After you, it's pretty much, man, I'm just going to have lady friends. There's nobody going to be fucking with me on an everyday basis because it takes a lot out of you and from you. So you want to be who you are without being mentally and physically drained, and being with someone sometimes that can occur. But if you're really down with them, it don't matter. So see, I'm down with who I'm with, so I'm in it. See, Rod is on the solo thing, so I feel him. But at the same time, now if that's me, I know, look, I'm 44, so look, I'm about to hit in 6 years that 50 mark, so I still got to get this shit out of me, y'all. So this is my last run. So hey, how he feel right now? He at 35. Okay, when I was 35, man, God, I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't gonna even lie. In my 30s, y'all, I've had more sexual prowess in my 30s than any age of time of me from the 16s. The 16s was the greatest because that was the new, fresh, you know, first time shit was good. But the fire was probably in my young days was my baby mother and this other female that, you know, I was with afterwards. And then that kind of just died when she left. And then how did the fire pick back up? It didn't really pick up. I just ran into someone that was really on me more than I was on them, and then we became, you know, husband and wives through situations, and I don't regret anything, but I'm just saying, it's certain ones that can light your fire, and then the one that lit my fire was like, I was in my 30s, but I was in my sexual prowess where I was just knocking them down. But when I caught this one right here, she put the crank on me. She put the skirt. I was like, man, hey, that motherfucker had me, man. I don't know about this, you guys. I just got to tell you, sisters, we on the Valentine's lovey shit, but let's talk about how a woman made me feel. Have you guys, this is for the men out there, have you ever had, and I'm asking Rod,
Yeah.
have you ever had one that put it on you so cold? And I'm talking about put it on you. And I'm talking about you wasn't putting it on her. She was putting it on you, and she made tears come out your eyes. I've had 2 women in my lifetime
No,
that
definitely.
made tears. I'm talking about not like I was. Now one had me, and I don't even know where the fuck it came from.
Oh, no, you
but
mean
I'm
like
talking about tears was literally
from joy?
2 women in my life from sex.
Oh, from sex. Yeah, no,
And,
definitely not.
and the position came from them riding me. The first time I was about 33, 34, and she got on top of me, and we was on the couch, so I was in the sit-up position, and she did it to me, and I just, tears was just coming. I don't know what the fuck happened, but then my baby mother,
it's manna
did it
from
to
heaven,
me,
man. Manna from heaven.
And we was in the park, and we slid off because we ain't had nowhere to go. We went in the park, and it was like 10 o'clock in the morning. We had the baby 10 o'clock at night, and we had the baby with us, and he just fell asleep, so we had him in the back seat, and I just popped the seat back. We was in the cut, and that motherfucker had me. I ain't know where the fuck. I couldn't have no control. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't never felt that, y'all ain't lived yet. And I had that happen to me, and it was uncontrollable. Didn't know where it came from. It just, she took something out, like she was in my soul, and she knew it, and she had total control of my whole. Had tears of joy and just don't even know uncontrollable crying. Just, and it just the best feeling in the fucking world, y'all. And that happened to me. So I want to know how many men out there has had that feeling. Holler back. We need the callers to call in on this one, man.
Yeah. Is there a helicopter out there?
But yeah.
No, dude, I've never. I've never felt like
Fire in this. Hey man, I'm telling y'all. Well, I guess, and I've been doing a whole lot of fucking then, because y'all missing out, man. Look, I'm not bragging.
Right.
6, I would have had 6, maybe more. I might have 1 or 2 out there that I don't even know about. Cause I'm gonna tell you, I have put in some work when it comes to these women in the world, and I put in some work as a man, so I know what it takes, ladies.
So how do you usually? But how does it? Since you've never had to go without being single, basically. What's some of you have just some secrets you want to share with the audience of approaches? How to
it's simple. It's simple. Really, to me, the female, man, it's just like it take a little practice, like, you know, looking in the mirror when you trying to land a job. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey, how you doing? That's my whole rap.
It's pretend
hey,
like
how you doing?
Pretend like you're in a job interview. Like, look good. Try to sound good.
It's all in the line of what you say and how you say it, and the way your approach is. See, like, you have to come off. You can't sound desperate. America, you know, guys.
I think that's my
some
problem.
Guys, and then look, because nervous, man. You gotta relax, man. It's like it's real simple. Just like being yourself is like, look. If you want to make friends, you got to become friendly. So I'll be like, hey, if I see somebody that I like and I see them a couple times, I'll be like, hey.
Confidence.
I see them, hey, how you doing? And I'll walk over and I say, look, my name is Reece, and I've been seeing you in the neighborhood, you know, and I just want to say hi to you because you're very lovely. And I just want to know, maybe, are you single? Or if not, you know, I've had women that say, no, I'm with someone, and they still give me their number. Because the way you lay it out, you draw interest, but you just want to get to know them. And you're so beautiful being in your presence. Is it any way I can get to know you? Maybe. Look, we don't have to do nothing. Can I just take you out? Right. And a lot of women be with people, and I've done it. They had men, and they just gave me the opportunity to spend that little time, because that's all I wanted to do. So it's your approaches, because look, that's the thing you need in your life. Sometimes you need to just go out and have a meal with a chick and talk to her. Sometimes you just need to go out and just find one that maybe want to have a cup of coffee.
Right.
But then you might want to have one that you want to knock down. Now here's what happens.
I like to knock
when you want the knockdown ones, so that means, listen, the guys, when you want the knockdown ones and you don't want no relationship, you have to sometimes take an L on that, because what happens is you have to sometimes settle for what you might want, you know, versus what you need. So you might have to take the route. So street route. Now, on the street route, you have prostitution, okay? But they out here, they want to get it away because they want to make some money. So if you out there and you see one, you might see her a couple times. That's what it might take for you before you even approach her. You can't just deal with anybody, because they grimy. You got to have some kind of approach. When even on the street level with street level tricks, you got to be like, look, you got to keep it discreet. So be like, hey, look, my name's Reece. Look, check this out. I see you out here. You trying to make some money. I got a little bit to spend. I just want to see if you want to get together. Then they be like, well, what you trying to do? Shit. I mean, okay, I got a dub. I'm just trying to get a little head and a little sex. I'm a condom. You feel me? They be like, all right, well, we gonna go. I got a little spot. But look, I don't do no drugs and nothing like that up there. You know what I'm saying? We just strictly do our thing, and then, you do your thing and I go. They be like, all right. You know what I mean? That's the street level shit. If you just got to get that type shit, that's what you got to shoot. So it's all according to how you shoot for what you want. It's just like going shopping. I mean, if a closed mouth don't get fed. If you don't learn how to use that motherfucker, you're not going to never get nothing you want to like. And look, America is about the opportunity for like a brother like me to come from nothing out of the penitentiary and just work and keep working what it blessed me with. My first year, I made back 5.5 on my taxes and had my own place, less than a year coming out the penitentiary just off work. Working my ass off, found a good job, and I lost the job, got another job. It just keep it moving. So the thing is, when you out there and you alone, I've been in that situation, but I wanted to be single, so I sometimes chose street level acquirers. And so I found that a lot of them is just like me and you, and some of them are grimy. But you gotta be careful. I always follow my senses. So like, if I come to a chick and I see her twitching and nervous, that's a turn on. If I see one that, when shades, I want to see her ass. Then if I see one that's just normal, just out there trying to make some money, and she easy to talk to, and she might just be trying to make her $20, do her little thing, man, that's the ones I fuck with. Because they's plain and simple. They ain't trying to hurt nobody, but you got some out here that will set you up and will get in your shit and try to rob you. You know what I'm saying? So it's the level. You gotta pay attention to your consciousness and your instincts to tell you. So if you feel like, don't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? If you feel comfortable, you fuck. That's even with a girl that you meet, not even on the street level, just on the regular level. If you don't feel no comfort with her, why the fuck is you trying to talk to her? So men, on that note, use your instincts, man. Your instincts tell you everything. Sometimes we don't pay attention to our instincts. Yeah. But if shit don't feel right, man, pay attention to that shit.
Wow, that was interesting, though. I can't say I know much about any of that. Mm. But I love listening to it, man.
It's great, man.
Yeah, it's all, and like you said, it's important, and I mean, it's important stuff if you think about it. It's because it's something that
it's imperative.
We all need to do.
Well, your life is based on it. I mean, look.
Yeah.
I watched 48 Hours all this week, and I've seen that. Here now, what they doing? You know what they doing when they killing you down in Texas? Mm-hmm. Boy,
feeding it to the pigs?
Nah, they set you on fire. They cut you up in pieces and set you on fire. That's what the young boys is doing down there even to the Mexicans. It's really bad. Like, not saying that Dallas is a bad place, but I'm just saying it goes down when you got the perimeter of what we living in and how the crimes we committing. And then when you find out what they dying for, so here's what I'm trying to say. That's why I'm saying it's imperative for us to pay attention to what the fuck we doing, because your life can be based upon it. Let me get back to that, because anytime when you're dealing with a woman, if you're not in control of what's going on with the situation with her, like I said, she can have some outside source going on, and they might not even know the story, and he thinking, the other party is thinking that, hey, it's me and her, and she's trying to hold to him, and then the other party is thinking it's me and her, and she's trying to hold to him, but then when the shit blow up, motherfuckers ready to draw guns and cut and beat. So, and then guess what happens? One die, one go to jail, and she's still walking around here and finna give it to the next dude.
Damn.
And that's why the brothers like me be around to scoop it up. Because guess what? It's a never-ending chain, and ignorance is bliss. So if you ain't using your instincts, you know, your maternal instincts out here, and being careful and being conscious, I mean, you walking dead, man.
Yeah. Well, that's why, I don't.
That's what this show is about, ain't it? This show is to wake up the dead, to bring consciousness to the people.
Back,
This is about the people. You feel me? Yeah. So for black,
I wish it could be regulated to where if I felt like I don't want to deal with a woman, but I'd like to be intimate and be safe, that I could just go and pay. And
I mean, that's why you may have to go to the street level, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've never been, but I don't mind talking about it because it's something I don't think should be illegal, man.
Here's what I'm trying to say: you got politicians.
Think about how many
politicians
people
pay for it.
How many
$25,000-$3,000 a pop for one woman, and I'm talking about they getting a top line chick. So, but she's still a prostitute. So hey, if you pay $20, okay, guess what? You paying what you gonna get. So, but here's the thing: it's like shopping. You got to pick and choose.
Well, yeah, there's the
if
generic
you got your eye on one in the hood, you keep your eye on her because when your time comes, she gonna see you, and then you be like, hey, look, you trying to make some money?
What up? Yeah. One of them said she liked my ass in the skinny jeans.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
She might want to turn you. She might want to turn you on your stomach, dude.
Yeah. She goes, look at you, white boy, with them skinny jeans. You looking good, honey. I just want to tell you something like that.
Hey.
I didn't see who it was. It was a group of women.
To each his own.
To each his own. But you know, it's I just think about how many disgruntled, nerdy, sort of introverted people that can't really have faulty wiring and just they still need to get, they need to get laid.
True.
You know what I mean? I think you would have less stress, less problems, probably less shooting, less aggravation.
Well, I mean,
less traffic.
Excuse me.
I don't know why, but
excuse me. Sometimes
less aggression in traffic.
Sometimes sex brings on more aggression.
Well, if you can get in those
because I found myself having sex with my old lady. The next thing you know, we going at it, fighting. Like, where the fuck this come from? But I'm just saying, not
then you
like
have
trying
sex
to kill
after
each
that,
other.
And that becomes this whole.
No, that's how you have strokes and heart attacks when you get 45. My age, 44 and shit. So, no, fuck that. I'm like I said, me on some G shit, because my last name is G Gant. So. On some real shit, I want to be on there sitting back with the smoking jacket, you feel me, with the legs crossed with the slippers on, and my lady in some thongs and some heels walking around doing what I asked her to do. Yes, Reece. No, Reece. Okay, Reece. That's the shit I like. And then she get any fucking thing she want from me. But when she start that, what the fuck you talking about? I ain't got to do it now. That's when you get nothing.
Oh, yeah, I can't see
you get nothing. I'm just saying, what you give is what you get. You know what I'm saying? So if you giving shit, you gonna get shit with me. I can't give you sugar and you give me shit.
Right.
I mean, even if from man to man, if you give me shit, I can't give you sugar. So the thing is, we have to understand consciousness is just relating to one another and vibing off of that, and then connecting with the vibe by letting it flow.
Right.
We disrupt the flow sometime, and then that's when shit get whacked. And then because you lose touch.
Or you just get bored of routine.
Yeah.
The flow becomes routine.
And then you become void.
Yeah.
You become void and distinct. And so.
And Valentine's Day isn't close enough.
You know what I mean? I didn't have been in relationships that are void and distinct. I was in a relationship with one that I still care about to this day because she was a big chocolate, thick, fine ass chocolate motherfucker. I'm talking about with a big juicy booty. Juicy double booty ass, man, and I loved her on that body tip, but man, mentally she was so far from me because her phone used to ring late night, and so I never tripped because I knew I had my shit going on. But when she tried to call me out on my shit, I'm like, why you gonna even go there? You know what I'm saying? This is just now you just control, but you got to give what you get, man. And so even if I would have called her out on her shit, it wouldn't have mattered. But the thing was, she was laying up in my crib and she seen something that she gave me and it was over. But it shouldn't even matter for her to bring it up. But I told her to bounce. And I ain't seen her since, but.
Yeah, we got the refrigerators telling us to take a break now. You want to have any final thoughts on?
Well,
anything else you want to say about that last little thing there, so we can cut it off?
Just wishing that men and women, you know what I'm saying, men on men, women on women. We all have to, for the holiday, keep the communication lines open and just come from the soul. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to come from the heart. Just come from the soul and from the mind.
From the soul and the mind.
And let your conscience be free. Peace.
Welcome back to another hour with Rod and Reece. We were talking about relationships and Valentine's Day and all that stuff. I was looking up the origin of St. Valentine's Day, and like many, it is also, yes, a pagan celebration from way back when, and yada yada yada, and it's all muddled now. But it's a way for us to keep track of when we were supposed to buy our loved ones gifts and make extra money for greeting card companies and the sorts. And what's that chocolate that you see? Is the Whitman's?
It's the
Is that the?
It's all kind of. They got all kind of Fannie Mae. What's the one? The one she got kidnapped. It wasn't Fannie Mae. Miss Fields, and then it was another.
Who got kidnapped?
It was another lady, chocolate lady, candy lady, that got kidnapped back in the early 50s or 60s.
Hershey?
No.
Huh.
Hershey was the guy.
Damn, man, now
it might have been the Brock girl. I don't know. But I had to look that up. I was just thinking about it. Just crossed my mind.
Right.
Yeah, but what's been going on, man? Look, this is what I wanted to ask you. Now, by you, I know when you was in the military, you was living in Italy, right?
Yeah.
So how was the holiday, like, far as Valentine? How was that spent over there?
Wow, that's a good. I don't really think it was.
They never celebrated. You mean tell me the lovers, the French, Italians, they didn't celebrate?
Well, I don't, that's a damn good question, man. You stumped me. I'll have to go more into this on the outro because I would like to look up some things about the Italian holidays. Now, here's what it seemed like over there.
Okay.
It seemed like it was like just a blend of both.
Uh-huh.
Like there were Italian holidays and there were, our American holidays. And it's not that they were, that I knew really. I don't remember like all the Italian holidays, but I do remember there's like slight variations of each one. Like there's no Halloween. Like we'll start there. Like
no Halloween.
Halloween is like no. What's the Italian kids that live around the American housing there? They're smart. They know we Americans give out candy on, what is it, the 31st or whatever Halloween is. So they just run around, not even in costumes, just in their. They grab a hefty trash bag or whatever kind of trash bag. Go to the American neighborhoods, knock trick or treat. They say trick or treat, and you either give them some candy or your shit gets spray painted. Like,
wow.
And then, but their Halloween is more of, it's something else called some sort of like a witch's burning day or something where all the, and it's kind of hard to picture living, deep in the city like this, but like, there's a bunch of small towns and where we lived, and it was like a flat, it was a valley before, it goes into the Dolomite Mountains and the Alps and all that shit. So we're like the flat area right before the mountains start.
Okay.
And they, so you could just see on this day, Witch's Night or whatever they called it, you would just see, if you were driving on a road, you could just see all these fires and all the different communities. Just little, like each one has one big bonfire, and everybody kind of gets together, I guess, and stands around a big bonfire. But that's basically their Halloween.
Really?
And then when you get into Thanksgiving, of course, they don't do anything for Thanksgiving. I think they have their own sort of
day for that. I'm not sure what it is.
Okay.
But we would celebrate it with Italian families and people that we knew. They would come over and eat our Thanksgiving and all that stuff. And
So they did celebrate.
yeah, they do something, and they like to. Any excuse for them, everything is like a fireworks celebration. Like, New Year's, the fireworks.
Right.
The Italian wins the World Cup. Italy wins the World Cup. Fireworks. It's always seemed like there was either fires or fireworks accompanied with their holidays. And it's funny because I'm sure there's many people I spent time in Italy with over that are listening right now going, oh, you're messing it up. They did this and they did that. And it's like, no, I think maybe even that's gotten so far away that I'm trying to just scrape together the actual real memories I have of the place, like the words, like what were some of the words, like what were some of the things they celebrated, or what were some of the events that they did over there, and I don't know. I'd like to get back there. I'd like to retire there, just kind of drop out. It's nice to be in a place where you don't know what the fuck people are saying.
Right.
So, I figure eventually I'd learn Italian, but it's nice. You don't deal with it. It's no worries.
Right.
You don't feel like there's any of that. You already know going in to whatever public situation is that you're a foreigner. There's no hiding that. So, but we used to sit out and used to be an Italian woman who came around was a security guard, and she would just check the American neighborhoods or whatever, and she would stop and hang out with us on her little walk while we were sitting out on the porch, drinking or whatever. She'd bring sambuca or homemade, or no, we'd be drinking sambuca. She would bring this homemade limoncello, like her mom made.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't know any English. We knew absolutely no Italian, but we still sat and drank. Right. I don't know how the fuck I think about those, because it must have been half a dozen nights sitting with her for an hour plus. I used to wonder, like, don't you have to do your job, kind of like something to do, sit here and drink with us? And it was just a mixture of drunk people trying to, like, pantomime what they're trying to say.
Right.
And, and we always sort of try to make English words sound either Hispanic or Spanish or Italian by, like, adding, like, vowels at the end of them, So there's a lot of us going, don't you have to go to worky, and you're trying to blah, blah, blah. But anyway, no, I don't know if they had a Valentine's Day, but they were always down to celebrate.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Well, that was the question that I really had. But as far as that, man, it's the Super Bowl. Old Peyton pulled it off, didn't
he? Yeah. So, you're listening to this Sunday after the Super Bowl big game. I don't know. You're not. They copyright the name Super Bowl.
Really?
I guess that's why you hear people calling it the big game and stuff, and you hear stuff on TV. I think you're not allowed to parody it or without written express consent or whatever.
Talking about control.
Yeah. And don't forget they're a non-profit too.
Yeah, non-profit.
Think about that. And it's one of those things I'm repeating, and I'm trying to look it up. So Reece, you're gonna have to talk here for a minute, because I'm wondering that. The NFL is really a non-profit organization. That sounds ridiculous to me.
Are they really?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. So, we're both staring at our phones, and that's...
Nothing's on mine.
That's it, man. That's it. I don't have any special Valentine's Day thing happening.
Well, just shout out to my girl, if she ever hears this, thank you for the great shine today and yesterday and
the sunshine.
No.
Oh, the shine.
The shine. But now, I just want to say to all the ones out there who are in love or have your loved ones, enjoy your day, and everyone else out there, you take care of yourselves.
Right. And I think my phone is taking forever to load. The NFL is not
fully a nonprofit. I think it looks like some teams are. Something I don't fuck whatever.
Right.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's beyond me, and it will always exist in some fashion as long as it's making the billions that it's making.
Billions.
Insane money. Anyway, well, you listening to another hour. We'll catch you back here on another hour.
Peace out.
I can see myself now, after all these suicide days and nights, being wheeled out of one of those sterile restaurants. Of course, this is only if I get famous and lucky. Looking for the mercy of death.
Thank you for listening to another hour with Rod. Okay, quick show notes. Helen Brack was the name of the candy heiress. I think she was found shot and beaten and dead, kidnapped. If there's something for you guys, if you're interested to look into that, go down that rabbit hole. And what else was there I was going to mention? Oh, the Italians do celebrate Valentine's Day. It's called something else. I'm not even going to pretend to try to pronounce it, and I appreciate you guys trying to sort out some of my memories with me. It's part of why I'm doing this podcast. Is it's a way sort of to tell stories and sort of log a record of things, because they're nice. It's nice to keep, and it's nice to try to remember. Anyway. Tell stories, blah, 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 blah. Oh, and I want to thank my friend Dead Natives again for providing the music. That shit is nice, man. I love it. Can't stop listening to it. And you can check that out, soundcloud.com. Search for Dead Natives, and you can peep some of his work out and branch out from there, because he works with a lot of other cool artists and is a part of a lot of other projects. Okay, well, I had to turn my heat off to keep the sound to a minimum. I'm starting to shiver, so on that note, good night. I'm out.
Legend. Richard Pryor is in it. Last movie, Red Fox last movie.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.